Hi, everybody. This is Dorothy Kilty again, and I am a member of the DearJulieJulie Crafted Community Design team on Facebook. And for my September project, I'm using the Beautiful Birds digital kit in ephemera. Okay, so the last video, I was kind of showing you how I was making an ephemera folder for dangles and paper clips, altered paper clips, and things like that. Now, I said, as you can see, I've worked on it much more, and I've put some things in. So this is a page with nothing on it that I can put dangles on. This one here, I have, this one here I have altered paper clips that I started, but it hasn't finished. So as you can see, I've just added some of the little, the miniature cards and pages and stuff on this. And, but one of the things that I said was that you can put it sideways and it doesn't matter, I don't care. Well, I discovered that I do care. I don't like the way it's hanging. I can't really see it. It hides the other things that are on here. So just all around, I don't like it. So I decided to do something else. Now, the first thought I had was to take some of these same strips and just put them on the side and decorate them. And then these could flip onto there. But what I decided is I didn't like that either. So what I have decided to do is to add another page. Now this page will go in the center. Whoops, wrong one. This page will go in the center like this, and I'll decorate it, and then I'm going to cut vertical slits in it so that those sideways dangles and paper clips can go in that way, okay? So let's get started on that first. Whoops. Where did all this stuff come from? Okay, so I've cut this page, and I have a couple of pages that I have created, or things that I've created to go over it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, like I did on the other ones, is I'm taking some book strips to go over the edges. This kind of does two things. It, of course, covers the edges and gives a little design, because these pages do not completely cover it. And it also, because it wraps around the edge, it completes that edge a little bit. Okay, so let's start by gluing those on. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my Fabri-Tac glue and I'm just spreading it all over here. To some degree, because there's going to be a paper on top of it, it doesn't really need to be secured quite as well as if it was standing on its own. Okay, so there's that one. And now, here's this one. So, the second one. So I cut a piece of paper, or tore it out of a book, about 2 inches wide. And then I just folded it in half to have it ready to go over the sides. And so here we go with this. Okay, we're going to put that there. Now, my idea was that this, you can see it's folded up here, can fold over the top to help dress up and secure that top edge. And of course, you still got plenty of beautiful picture to use. Okay, of course, I'm going to be cutting these birds to pieces, so don't be surprised when you see that happening. I'm trimming off the bottom of these book pages. And now I'm going to start, first of all, by just putting this edge. If I did a good job of folding this, then it should go on this straight. So we'll hope I did a good job. The other way you could do it, of course, is to glue down all this and then fold the page back to get here. So let's see. Okay, there we go. Now let's just put, and I'm just going to use the Scotch Create glue here. So when you use a glue stick, well, first of all, make sure it's a permanent glue stick. But also, you need to put quite a bit of glue on for this to hold well. And also, you don't have a really whole lot of time. Now, a lot of times what I like to do is just run the Fabri-Tac along the edge to help secure it a little bit. Okay, and now we'll just fold this down. I'm going to start at the top and just fold it down so that we have a nice smooth page. Okay, now I'm also going to fold this one up to secure the bottom edge and to give that a little bit more support. Now, I have already folded this edge up. And when you use a file folder in the center, there is some little fold marks there for you to use. So I just am using those for these. Let's see how straight I got it. Ah! Well, that's weird. It's not straight, but also this side looks straighter than this. I wonder if I cut this crooked. Well, we're going to just make do with the best we can. Now this one, I'm just going to like use this as a border. And so I'm just going to, where this fold is, I'll come up a tiny bit from that. And if I line this edge up, if I line this edge up, then this should be straight, right? Okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to go ahead and tear it. Put the ruler right on the fold and tear. Okay? Now, this one will go here. Okay, this center is going to be cut out, so I'm not going to worry too much about it other than, let's just ink it. I want to ink this here. I left the top off this ink pad last night, so I may need to add a little bit more water to it to wake it up again. Okay, now let's just glue this on. So once again, Fabri-Tac around the edge. And another thing I like about the Fabri-Tac is it does give you a few seconds where you don't have to immediately put it down. If you're worried about on the edges about it not being straight, you can just use your finger tool to push the glue out to the edge a little bit. And I find that a lot of times when I slide it around, that pushes it out to the edge a little bit too. So now I'm just using the glue stick to go over here. Okay, and now let's take these beautiful birds and we'll put them right down here. Looks like I didn't trim the pages exactly the same so that when I cut off the white edge, they don't line up. But again, you know, if you want exact precision work, you don't want me, because I kind of put things together as best I can. But now, on this one, you can see that I've drawn some, maybe you can't see, I've drawn some lines. 1, 2, 3. What I did was I measured in from the edge of this page, and I went just under 3 inches. Let's see how good I did. Yes, just under 3 inches on each side. So to cut through this, I'm on a board. So to cut through this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a straight edge, and I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. Okay? Now, straight edge X-Acto knife, we're going to cut down here, and then we're going to go over to this line, and we're going to cut down here. Okay? Now we're going to go over to this line, and we're going to cut here, and we're going to go to this line, and we're going to cut here. Now, again, to be exact, you could have put an edge on the bottom, in the top, a little line with pencil that you can erase off. I was originally thinking that I would take these down way far, but frankly, the paper clips won't, you know, whatever you're hanging, there's going to need to be space above it. So, okay, let's see if I cut through pretty well. Ruler must have slipped there. Okay, now let's take this ruler and we'll go over here and we'll just cut, and coming up about 1/2 inch from that edge. And we're just going to cut like this, and this, and this. Okay, and go up here, and we'll cut this, and this, and this. Now, if they still have not come out all the way, then we can take a little scissors. Don't know about that little scissors. Take the little scissors, and we can just trim this off. Okay. Here's this one. Nearly cut through. And up here. And this one. Okay, so there we have the slits. Now, my plan was to glue this down, but if I start feeling like it's not gonna hold, I need to find out where the fold is, yeah, then I may come back in and stitch through it like you would, oh, shoot. I may come back and stitch through this like you would a signature when you put it in the journal. Okay, so let's add glue down here. And it looks like my my camera might have stopped. Very disappointing. But we'll go up. Okay, so I've got the glue on this edge. I'm going to put it right down here in the center. If I'd known I was going to do this before I did it, I probably would have put this one a little bit higher, but I didn't, so here we have it. Now, I have these super gold. These are pins that you use for hemming clothing. They're vintage, but I like using them for my junk journals because they're long and they can come in a lot farther here to hold things down while the glue sets. Okay, so we'll go over here. Let's go ahead and push this down. So now you'll see I have this back pages with my dangles and paper clips on them. This one that will be good for vertical, side paper clips, and then this page that you can use. Now, my original plan was to have this open up so that these holes would have been in the top, so the dangles hung this way when you were opening, but I decided that that might make a mess when it was closed up. So I backed off from that. So these are paper clips that are unfinished, so I can come back and work on those. Or in the future, they may go in the pocket that I put here. Okay? So let's work on that pocket real quick. Actually, we'll do the pocket tomorrow because I have to find out what happened with this video and see if I need to redo part of it.